8th. I don't know what day it is. I'd like to welcome everyone to the June 8th, 2026 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board this year. To my right is Vice President, fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill. Commissioner Barb Lewis is not here today. We've got our Administrator Tracy Davies, our Deputy Administrators Dawn Houston and Eric Hostetler. And we have a new face at the clerk's table. I'd like to welcome Kathy Melvin. Thank you. She's 2 hours or an hour and a half into your new job. So we want to welcome Kathy and thank her for joining us. Jennifer Walraven, we can begin.
Resolution number 26-385, in the matter of approving an electronic record of the proceedings from regular meeting held June 4th, 2026.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 26-385. Mrs. Lewis is absent. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today, so that brings us to item number 3. Resolution number 26-386. In the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0605 and memo transfers in batch number MTA PR 0605.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 26-386. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-387, in the matter of approving an amendment to the use of a procurement card for Human Resources Department.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Justin Navi, Director of Finance. Again, this item's been submitted for the issuance of a P card to a new employee within the HR department.
Okay. Questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-387. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Great, thank you.
Before you walk away, could you, I tried to catch last week unsuccessfully, the grant program on the schools, have we heard anything on that?
No, Commissioner. I check every morning and still
I've
no updates.
obviously been asked a couple, 3 times. We had a
Sure.
lot of people in the community went the extra mile to
Right.
help make that happen, the application, and they're curious as well. So I just wonder if you heard anything.
Sure. If you prefer, I can work with Jeff Fishel and we can send out an email blast to all the communities and school districts that participated just to give an update.
I think that'd be great for all those, certainly for all those that participated.
Sure.
And because it's a great program if we're successful, and my hope is we will be.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Justin. Okay.
Resolution number 26-388. In the matter of approving the contract between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and Adriel School Incorporated for the purchase of respite care, supervised visitation, family coaching, and enhanced visitation services.
So moved.
Second, discussion. Bob, you're going to be here talking a lot this
You get me
morning.
a lot this morning, yes.
Got a lot on the agenda.
So Bob Anderson, Job and Family Services. This contract we're just putting in place for the next state fiscal year. We do not spend a lot of money with Adriel, but we set the program up or the contract up in case of the need.
Okay. Questions or comments? Vote, please, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 26-388. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Item number 6 is on page 117. Resolution number 26-389. In the matter of approving the contract between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and Marion County Family Court doing business as Care Fit Center for supervised visitation services.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
And this contract is, again, we do not expend a lot of funds with this, but it does provide an option for visitation, especially for foster and custodial parents. If they live towards Marion, it just gives them another option.
Okay. Any questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-389. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-390, in the matter of approving the Second Amendment to the contract between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and Nesco Resources LLC for temporary employment and payroll services.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
And this is extending our contract with Nesco, who is our payer of record for our CCMEP program, which is our youth employment program. The county cannot be the payer of record, so we contract that out.
Okay. Questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-389. Oh, I'm sorry. 390. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-391, in the matter of approving the First Amendment to the contract between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and the Delaware Transit Board to provide transportation services to clients.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
And this is extending the contract for the next state fiscal year, primarily for our non-emergency transportation. They do a little bit for workforce or assessments as well. But the funding is coming through. It's a pass-through federal funding for non-emergency
How much are you
transportation.
using Delaware Transit?
Between $250,000 and $300,000 a year.
Okay, so quite a bit.
So quite a bit, yes.
Yeah,
With
that's
good
good.
partnership.
Yeah, we appreciate the sharing of the services with other agencies. It's beneficial to everyone, so.
Absolutely.
Good,
Thank you for that.
good deal, yeah. Jennifer?
Vote on motion 26-391. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-392, in the matter of approving a transfer of funds for Family Children's First Council.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
And these are our monthly, bi-monthly transfers to account for the funding once we reconcile our different funds.
Okay, questions, comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-392. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-393, in the matter of Delaware County Board of Commissioners accepting and approving the Social Services Block Grant Title 20 Plan for the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services for FY 2027-2028 signature authorization.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
And we had our public hearing during our Family Services Planning Committee. The committee recommended the plan. It's the same as we've done in the past, primarily for APS and children's service operations and services we provide under those two categories.
Okay, any questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-393. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-394, in the matter of approving the child placement service contracts, First Amendments and Second Amendments between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and child placement providers, Buckeye Ranch Incorporated, George Junior Republic in Pennsylvania, New Beginnings Residential Treatment Center LLC, New Mercy Outreach Incorporated, National Youth Advocate Program, Quality Care Incorporated, Ohio MHAS Keystone Richland Center LLC, doing business as Foundations for Living, OHMHAC East Corporation, OHIO MHAS Cornell Abraxas Group LLC, and UMCH Family Services.
Enough acronyms there for you? So moved.
I'll second it. That's a long resolution, but a lot, that just shows a lot going on, a lot of contracts you have to keep track of.
Absolutely. Sorry, Jen.
That's okay.
So these are our placement contracts, again, for the next state fiscal year. We did see some significant increases in percentages with some of the providers we're using. One, National Youth Advocate Program, we do have quite a few youth placed there, and their percentages went up. There's not a lot we can do to control those. We're working with the state and our associations to try to control the costs a little bit, but that's a long process.
Yeah, there was, appreciate you sending that information and summary ahead of time. There were a lot of variants too. I mean, some were zero, a number were zero or very small, and others were significant increases.
Yes, and some of them don't increase every year. Some of them have larger increases because they're making up for past years where they didn't. But yeah, we have one, 23% increase. It's a pretty high level need program, but the costs are just going up.
Yeah, okay. Any other questions, comments? Vote please, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 26-394. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. So where are we next, Jennifer?
Well, we're on page 168 next, and Director Anderson has an update on some information related to Medicare.
There we go.
All set?
All yours.
Okay. So I kind of just wrote a little script, and I'll try to keep it as brief as I can. But over the past several months, Medicaid fraud has received significant attention at both the state and national levels. In response, the Ohio House is considering House Bill 795. This legislation proposes stronger fraud prevention measures, enhanced provider oversight, and expanded verification requirements, including non-emergency transportation, which is our contract with DCT. As the discussions continue, it is important to understand the distinction between the responsibilities of the county agencies and the state agencies. County agency, Job and Family Services, are responsible for determining the eligibility and investigating potential eligibility recipient fraud. This includes situations involving unreported income, household composition changes, residency issues, or other information that could affect an individual's eligibility. When we determine or identify potential fraud, our staff pursue recovery or referral processes as needed. Many of the fraud cases highlighted in recent media reports involve large-scale fraud schemes, misuse of Medicaid funds by service providers, or billing practices. These investigations fall primarily under the jurisdiction of the Ohio Attorney General and the Ohio Department of Medicaid. I'd also like to emphasize that an effective fraud prevention tool is strong and thorough eligibility process on the front end is what we do. Ensuring our workers have the time and resources necessary to do their jobs well is the best defense against improper payments and fraud. At a time when counties are facing increasing challenges in carrying out our mission, federal resources that support eligibility operations have declined, while state administrative funding has remained largely flat despite growing workloads, increased program complexity, and heightened expectations on integrity. As the policymakers consider potential proposals such as expanding asset testing and additional verification requirements under House Bill 795, it's important to recognize that these policies choices require significant administrative resources to implement effectively. If additional responsibilities are imposed without corresponding investments in staffing, technology, administrative capacity, there's a risk that it will fail. It's also important to remember that many of the issues currently being debated at the State House involve provider oversight and program administration, which is outside the scope of county agencies. I did bring a few statistics that when the fraud that we're looking at is primarily on the SNAP side, not so much on Medicaid. We average about $40,000 a year over the last 3 years that we've recouped in SNAP fraud. Some of our funding back in 08-09 with the reception, our SNAP and Medicaid income maintenance, which are these programs, we were funded at a level of $130 million statewide. After the recession, it got as low as $72 million, and it's gradually increased, and we're in about $97 million now. So we're still below where we were in 08-09. The state has provided additional pockets of funding to help counties out, but I still think we're extremely underfunded to do the work that's expected of our staff, and that's not just here in Delaware, but that's statewide. And then I did read something this morning from our association, the asset testing for SNAP that was included in the House Bill 795. There's a very good chance that will be removed during the discussions today. So, any questions? I'd be happy to answer.
I don't know if I have any questions. I appreciate your taking the time to kind of, our taxpayers deserve to have the dollars used properly, and I think we all feel very comfortable how Delaware County is handling it, and I thank you for the clarity about SNAP versus Medicare, Medicaid. But I don't think the public generally makes that distinction, and I'm not sure I would if I was sitting in their place either, so appreciate very much your clarity, and I will say I believe Delaware County does an exemplary job due to your leadership and those in your staff, and I just want to thank you for that. And we nationally statewide, we do need to get a handle on some of the areas that we don't control.
I agree.
Yeah, again, thank you, Bob, for looking into it and reporting on it. It has received, obviously, a lot of attention nationally primarily, but apparently some attention in Ohio as well. And it is very concerning. And it's good to know that I think we do a really nice job of doing that. It's a very complex topic.
Yes.
You know, and one thing we have to be careful of is House Bill 795 is not overreacting, you know, to a situation where there's been some problems and making it administratively far worse. So we'll see how that legislation proceeds. But again, thank you for everything you do, you and your team.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And I know CCAO and our association are working hand in hand on 795 and various other bills that are being proposed, so.
Yeah, I mean, we all want to strengthen it and make it as bulletproof as possible, but, you know, we don't want to overwhelm the system or the process with too much administration.
Right, I agree. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
Okay, Jennifer?
It's just item number 13, resolution number 26-395, in the matter of accepting the drainage maintenance inspection report for 2026 and establishing percent of maintenance assessment for 2027.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brett Bacon, Deputy Administrator, Soil and Water Conservation. You have before you this year's inspection report, which sets our collection rates for 2027 for the drainage maintenance projects. Just some quick update on stats. As you see, the inspection report is a lot thinner this year due to our action last year to combine our single-family subdivisions into the drainage maintenance district. So with that said, we currently have 269 projects on drainage maintenance, with the drainage maintenance district encompassing 406 single-family subdivisions. Our total base value of infrastructure maintained right now is $173,704,921.97. And at the end of 2025, the drainage maintenance account had 9.4% of that base value in reserve. Major work we have planned for this year and into next year. We have a major concrete channel that needs repaired. We have several ditches that need dipped out. We have a major tile replacement project due to some root clogging. And then you'll see on there or note an emerging problem that we are having to deal with is many beaver dam removals. And that is becoming a significant challenge because as drainage maintenance, not being the property owner, we cannot do nuisance trapping. So it has to be done, it is permitted, it's a permitted activity, but it has to be undertaken by the property owner. We've looked into this, so all we can do is go out repeatedly and take these dams out, and it's becoming a significant problem, especially if you get close to Delaware Lake or Hoover Reservoir. They just migrate out of those areas, out of the woods, and set up shop, so.
So is it because we have more maintenance programs in place that there's more opportunity for this, or is it increasing just for some reason?
I think it's just increasing for some reason, and in its place, we have some projects where the Carter Ditch up on would be east of 23, between 23 and Delaware State Park has habitually been one of the problem areas, but now we're getting them in subdivisions, and it's just it's a little crazy. It's just one of those unique challenges that we've kind of had to respond
So
to.
our beaver population is increasing
I
and they're
think they
building more
are.
dams?
Yes, I do think they are.
Wow.
So you're gonna start trapping? You can't trap.
We
You said
can,
you
yeah.
have to do it.
And we've talked to several subdivisions about, trying to get them hooked up to do that. And, some don't want to take on the expense. Some say, well, we like the wildlife. And it's,
Yeah, okay.
There would, I'm just making a statement, probably I'm off base, but you think if, once they go to the maintenance program, the legislation would allow or be changed to allow for the,
Yeah, I think it would take a legislative change because, it's the nuisance laws, and I can't quote you the section number, but they specifically refer to the owner of the property being the one with the ability to to get the nuisance permit. So, because beavers are, I mean, that is a game animal. I mean, it would be a, you know, if you're doing that in season, it would take a trapping permit or a trapping license. So, but yeah, it's these are the unique challenges that we have to.
Beaver dam.
And I'll say, you know, probably the most extreme case we've seen would be the Lynetta Lane project that we most recently completed, where the pond was backing up, and one of the landowners contacted me and said, you know, I think something's wrong. And I said, well, it's probably just ice, you know, blocking the outlet, but we'll go down and take a look. And the beavers had actually built a dam in the storm pipe. Yeah. So that was something new. So we fashioned a beaver guard on the outlet of the pond.
Busy little beavers.
Yep, exactly.
I noticed that we've got some that are over 100% to collection rates.
Yeah, those are those older projects with very low base. Just 100% barely brings you in enough to get a contractor out there to do work. So right now our per our unit price bid, our contractors are averaging about $1,200 to $1,500 mobilization fee, and that's just to show up on a job site. So yeah, those older projects, the answer is we need to do 6-year hearings, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Now that we've tackled the drainage maintenance district, I think that's going to be the next task at hand, is to try to start getting 6-year hearings and revise those base amounts, so we're not. We'd still be bringing in the same amount of money. It just won't.
Right, just be.
Yeah, it'll be at
Different
5% instead of 100%.
We probably have 30 petitions or so in some stage of consideration.
Yeah, about 25 right now. I actually did a count last week, and that would be anywhere from construction's starting to wrap up on a few of them to one that was just filed that we got to set dates for. And I've had, I've done 2 informational meetings here recently. Wouldn't shock me if those end up being new petitions. And then we've got a few looking to file for vacating portions of projects that are existing, much like the Jennings Sports Park that we just wrapped up. So yeah, we're going to be busy.
And I just want to say, we've said it before, Solar Water does such a great job in managing this process, and just want to say thank you for that.
I appreciate that, and my team, you know, I'll relay that on to my team. And this program is it's a partnership between your board and us and the county engineer, and it wouldn't work without all 3 of us being committed. So I appreciate your assistance.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you, Brett. We do need to vote, though, Jennifer?
Yes. Vote on motion 26-395. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. Great. Thanks, Brett.
Thank you.
Item number 14 on page 176, resolution number 26-396, in the matter of declaring county personal property obsolete, unfit, or not needed for public use.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lee Bodnar with the Engineers Office. For your consideration, this list of property has far outlived its useful life within our organization and our departments. It will be sold through the Gov Deals auction process, and we recommend your approval to move forward.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-396. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 26-397, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Yes, Commissioners, again, for your consideration, we have 4 standard utility right-of-way permits for your consideration, and we recommend your approval.
All right. Any questions or comments? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 26-397. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Lee.
Our next item, it is past 9:45, so we'll note the time of 9:54. Public hearing on the application to add certain real property to the Concord Scioto Community Authority District.
So moved.
It's not
Yeah,
actually
I
a
was gonna say, we
resolution.
just
noted the
opened
time.
the hearing.
It's okay.
So, Eric, or no, that's not Eric.
Yeah.
So we'll open the hearing if you could identify yourself and we'll
Yeah.
record
Good
everything.
morning, Commissioners. My name is Ty Compton with Bricker, Grade and Wyatt. I've been in front of you before on a few other property additions to the Concord Scioto Community Authority. As the organizational board of commissioners, it falls to the county to approve any additions to the Concord-Scioto Community Authority, so, and to hold a hearing prior to the approval of any property addition. So we have submitted an application for the addition of 3 parcels to the Community Authority. The application was submitted last month, went through the city sign-off process, and now it's in front of for you all to approve the final property addition to the Community Authority, so it can be formally incorporated into the authority. This will be the 22nd property addition we've done since the inception of the Community Authority. So I'm sure you've all seen it a number of times, but happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay.
I have no questions.
Yeah, I didn't either. Eric, do we open it up after this to anyone who might object?
Yes.
Okay, that would be the next.
Just for any public comment, for or against or whatever.
Okay. All right, I don't have any other questions. Then again, at this point, I would open it up for any public comment for or against the addition of these parcels into this NCA. No one seems to be coming forward, so we will assume that there's no further public comments, and we'll close the hearing, Jennifer, and then do
Yes,
the
we'll
vote.
note the time of the closing,
I don't know if you want to make the,
9:56.
Read the resolution.
Yes, with
Approving
direction.
Yes, approving it. It's-
right.
Resolution number 26-398, a resolution approving the application to add certain parcels of real property to the Concord-Scioto Community Authority District and to amend the petition for establishments of the Concord-Scioto Community Authority as a new community authority under Chapter 349 of the Ohio Revised Code.
So moved.
Second, any further discussion? Let's take a vote, Jennifer.
Vote on motion 26-398. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Item number 18, resolution number 26-399. In the matter of approving GMP Amendment Number 2 to the Construction Manager at Risk Agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and Gilbane Building Company for the Delaware County Social Services Administration Facility Project.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, John Melvin, Director of Facilities. Based off directions given during the work session last week, Gilbane has finalized the GMP2 amendment for the shared services building with the final not to exceed for this amendment of $25,481,637. The substantial completion date is September 30th of 2027.
Okay, I know we had a good discussion.
Yes.
Last week on this topic. Unfortunately, we've had to increase some costs, but I don't know, Commissioner Merrill, any other
I
comments?
don't, nothing that wasn't already said in the work session, I don't think that.
Yeah, okay. So any further comments, discussion? Jennifer, let's vote.
Vote on motion 26-399. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Nothing today, thank you.
Ron?
Thank you.
Eric? Commissioner Merrill?
I really don't have anything to,
All right, I just got a couple quick things. We had Morpsey Executive Committee last Thursday, and one of the interesting topics was Morpsey has an initiative to study aviation-related economic development opportunities in the region. There's 47 airports within the region, and they think that there can be some good opportunities, and they're pursuing some grant funding to pursue that as to pursue aviation-related industries and activities as an economic development tool. Investment Committee is this afternoon, 1:30, DKMM board meeting tomorrow. Do we have a TID meeting Wednesday?
I don't think so, but I have to confirm.
Okay, all right, at least it's on the calendar, may get canceled. And last, but certainly not least, Jennifer, who won the memorial tournament?
JT somebody.
Yes, you're right, JT Poston. So from Hickory, North Carolina. But anyway, very exciting playoff, so congratulations to Jack Nicholas and the memorial team that Dan Sullivan that puts that on. It was hugely successful, as always. They do just an outstanding job. And as I remind everyone, most of the tournament is in Delaware County, so not all of it. but most of it. We do need to do executive session.
We do have executive session today. Resolution number 26-400, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of employment and compensation of a public employee or public official for pending or imminent litigation, and to consider confidential information related to economic development.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 26-400. Mr. Merrill?
Aye?
Mr. Benton?
Aye. We're now in executive session.